I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I have traveled the world over, but never found the peace that comes from watching my fishes as they swim about their home. My heart is happy and I am content to sit and watch them swim. I will not be alone while these fishies are in my home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home.
Hi there.
Hey, Father Fish.
Nice to see you. I agree with everybody.
That it is.
Yeah. Really, we have to do both. Exile, just come to the right place. You've been exiled, this is where you can. Oh, dear Lord, mercy. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Happy to have you here. Let's see, we got a couple of wrenches to pass out here.
Definitely.
Let's get Exile Jester. Get him a blue wrench. May take a bit for YouTube to catch up with it. Well, as y'all can see, I'm home. I don't have any fish tanks at home. Actually, that's not true. I have 3, but they are all empty. 1, 2, 3. There's an old stainless.
Oh, that is cool.
That nice. About a 5-gallon stainless. I need to set it up. Probably I'll.
Yeah, you do.
Maybe I was thinking about screwing a board on this window ledge and putting it there.
That'd be cool.
A lot of you have seen this piece of stained glass.
That's pretty.
This was given to me when I opened my shop in Florida by the people who made it.
Oh, that's sweet.
They had actually a number of their pieces hanging in my shop in the early days. They later pulled them all out when they got a studio, but I was an early studio for the brilliant artists, just brilliant. I had the pleasure of being able to work with a number of genius artists, one of whom worked in steel, welded steel in various shapes. He came to me with a plan to build a stingray that was 10 feet across, with the tail 25 feet long. Without the tail, I think about 10 feet front to back. It took him 6 months to build it. We got the steel donated in sheets, and and I bought all the welding tools. And like Michelangelo, he lived on the job. He actually lived in the shop for that 6 month period during which he was building that immense piece. There are pictures of it in some of the early videos. In fact, there's one video showing it being hung. Uh, so pretty neat, pretty exciting stuff. Jared
Definitely.
Goldnix is here. Jared Goldnix. Let's say hello to Jared.
Hmm. Hey, you there?
Yeah.
You got camera or audio, Jared?
Hey, can you hear me?
We can hear you. We can't see you.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Hey, there you are. Hi.
Hey, how you doing? So I know Father Fish and I have emailed a couple times about coming out here to see the koi farm, but we haven't arranged that yet. And also possibly taking out to Berkeley Springs to see the wild guppy colony at the Berkeley Springs State Park. That's very neat.
We're having trouble hearing you.
Well,
You
Yeah.
get
hear me now?
closer to your mic.
Hmm.
All right, hold on. Let me switch to regular.
Yeah, having a little bit of problems with the audio.
There, can you hear me now?
Definitely. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, start over. Introduce yourself again.
Okay, my name is Jared Goldnitz. I'm the owner of WV Koi.
Now we've lost it.
Kernersville, West Virginia. And so I'm selling imported Japanese koi, but now I'm breeding this year. And I just had about a week ago close to 10,000 Shira Utsuri koi fry.
Wow.
And I don't know if you can see how I've been going through these one by one, picking out the yellow fry. I haven't quite made it all yet, but just to give you an idea of, you can't really see much in here, but let me do this. Can you see all the black fry mixed in with the yellow fry
No.
in the net? Here.
Oh, wow. Could for a second then. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so
And that koi
you can't
fry?
put much in this tank because the koi that are the ones that I'm keeping are all the black fry, but there's still some yellow fry that I have to pull out, so you can't see
Okay.
much of what's in here. So with koi, there are yellow based koi and then there are black based koi. So Shira Utsuri, which is often called the cowfish, because it's black, it's white with really heavy black patterning on it. They're often called a cowfish because they look like a cow.
Yes.
But those have to be separated when they're about 3 days old. The yellow fry from the black fry.
Why is that?
Because only the black fry will turn out to look anything like their parents, and the yellow fry will just be, for the most part, colorless.
Okay.
And so in Japan, they normally set up entire stations. They get like 6 to 10 people at a time to do that process of separating the black fry from the yellow fry, but I've been doing it all myself, and it's been taking days to do. So
Wow.
in between that and working my full-time job, so
That's exciting.
yeah, I just wanted to. Yeah.
Now, where are
and,
you located
also,
in? Where are you located in West Virginia?
I'm in the Eastern Panhandle in Berkeley County.
Oh, okay. It's only a 6-hour drive.
Yeah. I'm close to Hagerstown, and Charlestown.
Oh, okay. I lived in Frederick, just
Okay.
outside of Frederick, many years ago.
Gotcha.
In fact, I lived right down the street from, what was it? Lily, what was the goldfish farm? Lily
Ponds.
Lily Ponds, right?
Yeah, and they mainly sell like they mainly focus on like the lilies and the aquatic plants for ponds.
Right.
Yeah,
There's
and also
there.
outdoor, aquascape type of stuff.
Yeah, very old business.
Yeah, and I was there maybe 2 years ago.
Ah,
I had seen their catalog and stuff even as a kid. That one of my parents' friends had always ordered from them, and I finally got to see it for myself a couple of years ago.
That's cool.
So yeah, but it was early in the season. They hadn't really gotten everything up and fully stocked yet, so it was kind of they were still doing mail order stuff, but it was kind of early season, so they hadn't really uh, had a uh, full launch of that current year's lilies and stuff.
nice. Well, congratulations on your
Thank you.
operation. How much property do you have?
0.2 acres,
Wow.
Cool.
and my house takes up most of that. So
You're going to have to expand.
yeah, I have a few things in mind. It would take quite a bit of now. There's a hatchery out here called Zet's Fish Hatchery in Inwood, West Virginia. It has 80 mud ponds on 70 acres, and it's for sale right now.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
A bit out of my price range at 4.9
have you
million
talked to them?
asking price, but yeah,
Have you talked to them?
yeah, I'll try.
You know, really, because they're not going to sell it. It's
Yeah,
going
I don't know
to
if they well, I mean, it's the unfortunate thing is it's part of a divorce settlement, so
well,
they may be very motivated. I don't know.
yeah, they may be motivated to give it away.
We'll see.
You talk.
But yeah, it's only about 15 minutes, 20 minutes from my place here, and that would be a great launch pad for me.
Yes, it
I
would.
would.
Expand
There's
the
another
business.
one.
Yeah.
There's another one in Thurmont,
Oh, Thurmont, Virginia,
Maryland.
Maryland. Oh, that's right. Okay.
It's called Hunting Fisheries.
Okay.
It's a beautiful facility. Been vacant for years.
Oh wow.
It's right
Wow.
behind the Catoctin Zoological Park.
What's it called again?
I think it's called Hunting or Huntington Fisheries.
Oh, Huntington Fishery. Okay, I'll have to look that
Yeah,
up.
call the Catoctin Mountain Reserve and
Okay.
talk to Rick Hahn.
Rick Hahn. What is that? Okay.
He's
Gotcha.
the owner. He's been on the board of that and has a hand in the facility. It's a wonderful facility. They got it's fairly small, about 20 big ponds,
Wow.
deep ponds, plus a huge infrastructure building, probably 20,000 square feet.
Wow.
It's a nice facility. That when the old man died 40 years ago, it has not operated that long. So I don't know what's happened with it, but it'd be worth a call. Might be too far from you. And I don't think there's a residence on the property, but I could be wrong.
Okay. Well, I need to sign off here, so I'll let you go.
Happy to meet you, Jared.
All right. Thank you.
Happy
I'll talk to you
here.
guys later.
I'm excited about your operation. Keep in touch.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely keep us updated.
Will do. All right. Take
Bye
care, guys.
for now. You bet.
Yep. Bye.
He's got a really nice setup.
Yeah, it's a real startup, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Let's see. Adam is talking about topping off. Is that a de facto water change? Well, yeah, it is, of course. What you're doing is essentially what the rain does. When water evaporates, the hardness increases, as do all the other organics. So by doing a water change, even if you're using the very same water, which I recommend that you use the same water source containing hard water, if you'll do that, it brings those. Um, I'm in the middle of, the answer is yes and no. Yes, it's a water change. No, it's not a water change. Both are true, and both are equally true. It's a water change because it is um, freshening the water, if you will. It's bringing the hardness level back to where it was. Now, having said that, if you have a heavily planted tank with a deep substrate, some of that hardness is actually removed from the water column by the plants and by the other animals that are drinking it and taking in some of those minerals. So the mineral content is going down as the water evaporates. It may not be substantial, may not be even measurable with the kind of very coarse equipment we have available to us, but it nonetheless is happening. It's not the same as rain, though. Rain has no minerals at all, and it's pH neutral. The tap water you're using probably is hard alkaline water, probably has a high pH, probably has a heavy mineral content. So it's not the same as rainwater, but it is helping to dilute and helping to restore what's been removed. And it may also increase the hardness. I like to do about a 25% water change every 3 to 6 months, depending on the condition of the tank and its biological activity. So that's sort of a complicated answer, but that's the one you're getting right now.
Hey, it makes sense.
Let's see, what do we got? Thank you, Adam, for that.
Yeah, thank you.
What do we got? Kimmy. Hi, Kimmy. Who's this? Darwar's here.
Yep. Hey.
Hey, Darwar.
Afternoon.
Hello.
This is my 10-gallon scud shrimp crawfish tank here. I wanted to ask you about this white film that I'm seeing developing at the bottom.
A white film.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like a cloudy film?
It's like spider web.
I think I see what you're talking about. I'm not sure. Let me blow this up a bit.
There. Maybe that's a better.
Okay, I see it. Yeah, it's fungus. It's a fungus. It's not dangerous, and it's not really problematic. I don't think I've ever seen it quite that vigorous. It looks like it's localized. Is it showing up? Yeah, there's a second spot.
Oh yeah, it's.
Now the shrimp should be eating it. How many shrimp you got in there? A few or a lot?
Shrimp. I have scuds and snails and a crawfish.
You have a crawfish in there. That's
yeah, he doesn't seem to be interested.
Yeah, the crawfish is eating the plants.
Yeah, there's also blackworms that I noticed in here. They were kind of colonizing the mulm down. I can't find any now, so I don't know if they moved away from it.
If it increases very much more, I would siphon some of it out.
Mm.
Just use, or you can swish it a little with a net.
Yeah.
It's not dangerous, but I would not like having a third to a half of the tank covered in it.
Mm.
I think
Yeah,
it's,
nothing to be eating it. Like the snails are way up here on the glass.
and that kind of surprises me because the shrimp should be eating it.
Yeah, I only have. Should I add shrimp to see if they will?
How many do you have in there?
I don't have any shrimp in here now, just
Oh,
scuds.
I thought you said you did. Uh,
No,
yeah,
I can.
do you have a colony of shrimp you can
Yeah.
put in? Yeah, do by all means. I
All
think
right.
they'll attack it. I think the shrimp will eat it.
Hopefully. Yeah, but crawfish is hiding in there, so we're not going to see him.
All right, so there's not enough in there to really, even if you had guppies, they would make short work of it as well.
I don't want the guppies to take out my
Your
scud.
scud, right? Yeah, put shrimp in.
All right.
That may be being caused by the blackworms.
Oh, really?
Maybe, yeah, because they would leave a certain residue on the surface, and that's obviously a fungus that's attacking waste.
Yeah. You
And
kind of
it's
see the
probably the
worm.
blackworms creating the waste.
Okay. Yeah, I was
Let me
curious what I had to.
Yeah, try shrimp. See if that'll make a difference. I would put a couple of dozen in.
Yeah, maybe I'll get some cheap the clear ones at the.
Yeah. Well, the
Or-
amanos would be ideal, but even feeder shrimp would be fine.
Yeah. This is the little car.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, those are gorgeous.
Car is such a pretty fish, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's been feeding on platy fry. He's gotten really big lately.
Yeah, I'm sure. Right. That's a nice school of platies.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have.
they are.
I think there's 12 here.
Comes a botea. Is
Oh,
that
yeah.
a yo-yo? That's not a yo-yo. That's a
It's a
bar.
Zebra loaches. There's
A
6 of them in there.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful fish.
Is that the
Yeah,
only? Is that
that's
the
the-
only one you have?
He's from Dan's Fish.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We got some.
I was just looking at Dan's new expanded facility.
Hmm.
He's certainly doing well. It's amazing.
Yeah, I know the co-op guy just did a tour of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Corey just did a couple of videos on it. He has cracked the code, and I just figured out what the code is. We just hired a firm to help us develop our sales and marketing, which you really have to do. If you're dependent on Google, you die.
Hmm.
So we're just starting this week. Hopefully, it's going to get us out. Get
Hopefully.
us the kind of exposure we need. Nice tank. Oh, look at the Anubias.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah, I got
huge.
in here.
A lot of Anubias, yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah. They're looking for a home. I'm developing a tank
Right.
to
Right.
put them in. I don't know what to do with the tank. I just put a bunch of guppy grass in here and I have to thin it out every couple of weeks because it just takes over.
Oh, of course.
Oh, it will.
So give me
That
a
it
look.
will.
Do you have any other tanks?
Down here in the basement, I just have one. It's the This is white cloud minnows.
Oh, nice.
Alan, but you can't really see them. They're all hidden in the back.
Oh, yeah. Are they spawning for you?
I haven't seen any of that. But it's kind of a combo of the gold and the regular ones in here.
Oh, yeah.
And then shrimp. So,
Nice.
but this one, the unkept
Right. Ah,
valves take
right.
between the valve and the roots from the water lettuce. It's too much. But the water lettuce is just going crazy.
Oh, it really is, isn't it? Yeah. Well, looks like they're having fun. This is the essence of a stable natural tank. That's what it is. That's what you get. It's like being home. Thank you, Darwire. Appreciate you.
Yep. Thank you. I appreciate you taking a look. Have a good day.
You bet. Bye for now.
It's definitely got some cool things.
Yes. Nice. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Let's see.
Actually, we've got a couple of questions here that I started for you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Put 35 pieces Tetra in my 23-gallon. Well, it's certainly not too much. It may be, depending on how you did it and what the preparation in the tank was. How long ago did you do this? And how is everything doing?
Then the next one we have is actually from David in the European Union.
Hard water, 758, that's fine. Sure. Yeah, you can certainly do it. 7.5 to 8, lots of chlorine. Vitamin C will remove the chlorine. And it does it at a remarkable rate. Doesn't take much, but you cannot overdose with it. Any residue is a nutrient for the system. So it's really a perfect chemical, if you will, to use to get rid of chlorine and chloramine. Lots of activity, lots of bubbling. Also will get rid of the chlorine pretty quickly. 350 liter, how many gallons is that? About 8, 12, 30, 40 gallons. About 40 gallons. Yeah, that's fine. 2 to 4 discus, 4 to 4 inches or so. That won't be a problem. The issue with discus is stability and adequate food. They need to be in an environment that's not fluctuating. It needs to be warm, 85 degrees. That can go up to 90 degrees without hurting them at all. 85 seems to be the standard. And so far as food is concerned, they need a vegetable and a protein. We have 2 new foods that we're just now bringing onto the market that don't exist in the local pet shop. In fact, they're not being marketed anywhere. They're only available as private brand by a very small, rather exclusive shop. One is, and I've mentioned them both before. One is uh, a a warm a warm flake. It's a flake that is dried in not by baking it, but by a warm, dry operation that removes the moisture without killing the amino acids and fatty acids. And it's made. There are a number of formulas. We're testing formulas now to see which we like best. I believe we do have that one listed. The other is a semi-frozen food that we're working on figuring out how to ship. Both of these will be under our brand, and it'll be available as a protein and as a vegetable. So look for those in the next few weeks. Did also want to mention that we are, I mentioned it earlier, we're upgrading our platform and our marketing strategy to be able to reach a much wider audience than we are now. We've realized we have a product line that no one else has, and that our plant prices and quality, our quality is as high as anyone else, and our prices are better consistently. Also, our packaging is as good as or better than most packaging. Where the big problem is shipping. We're working on that now, trying to get it resolved so that we can do 2-day shipping without significantly impacting the cost of shipping, which is a bit tricky, but we're working on it.
Right.
We're currently charging $10. We'd like to be able to stay there. We may need to go up to 15. I've noticed that what several companies do is charge extra for the packaging, the thermal packaging that we provide in all of our shipping, all of our shipping of plants and fish. Once we get this 2-day shipping nailed down, we will be selling fish. So we're going to be doing both, and we'll just keep you posted. Jacob Wade is here. Hi, Jacob.
Hey.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing good.
Good. What you got to show us?
My jungle.
Your jungle.
Yeah.
It really is, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's a
they're
pretty
doing good.
jungle.
Look at them, the male and female. He's getting pretty fat.
Yep.
He always comes up and he always basically when I come around, he always comes out basically to greet me. So I think he's well maintained in here.
Oh, look at him. Very nice.
Look, there's
Yep.
no issues, no white bumps, no nothing on him.
Looks
Never.
like a pair too. Looks like a male and a female.
Yeah, male and female.
It looks like it.
Yeah,
That's
that's the female.
that's the female. Probably. It
And
was
then the male
they would
is
yeah,
right there.
get them to breed. Yeah, you bet. Nice.
And
That's a
then
nice
he's getting
thing.
I owe you an apology. Last week I got on your case about the plants at the front,
yeah.
and I was wrong to do that. This is
No.
tank. No, it's important I say this. This is your tank, and you're doing it your way. It may be something I would not do, but that's none of my business. You enjoy it, and it has great meaning for you. You're very happy with it. It's your call. your decision, your tank, and I have no business telling you how to escape it, how to what to
Well,
do.
I do appreciate that. I mean, I understand where you're coming from. You know, I mean, you helped me to understand so that I could fix my initial tank and fix the issues with it that was causing major issues that it should never have. And then I learned it more. And then my old 55, I had issues, still not doing it right. And then this one, it's unbeatable. This is where it's at. This is where it's at. You
Yeah,
can't beat this. Still
great.
almost 5 months, and I still yet have no buildup. Almost 5 months into this. That's amazing. It's just sand and mud. Look at that, sand and mud.
It's impressive, isn't it, Jacob?
That is because all my other tanks, I would at least get green algae within the first 1 to 2 weeks to the first month. You would always get a buildup. That means the system's not breaking stuff down right. It's putting the excess somewhere. It's going somewhere in that tank and it'll build up over time.
Looking good. I want to see those keyholes spawn. That
That's
that
what I see.
yeah, that
He's look
pot back there is a good choice for them too. They should, if they ever decide to go, they should use that. That'd be exciting.
That it would be.
Thank you, Jake.
he was a little mean on her at the beginning, but as he got a little older now, he's actually calmed down on the aggression, a little bit of like pushing her around. He's just really peaceful towards her now.
Yeah, looking good.
Thank you.
Looking good. Thank you, Jacob, very much.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Let's see. Izem Selassie. Anyone out there near White House, Tennessee? That's into fish keeping. Well, it's always good to have neighbors who are into fish because it allows you to trade and to share in so many ways it's what makes a club so good. We have the next best thing, which is our Discord server. It's not the same, but it is close. It
That it
really
is.
gives you contact with a lot of people where you can build friendships and connections. And you can even ship things around. A lot of folks do that as well. Um, but looking for a neighbor, looking for somebody nearby who's got fish, that's important and that's really helpful. Once you find those people, that relationship really takes on great value. So keep looking. Hopefully, somebody's going to show up. It looks like we need to do some moderators here.
Definitely.
Let's get Izem and the Driftwood Scaper. Get each of them wrenches. Who else we got here? Is that it? That's it.
I think so. I think that's it.
Everybody else covered. Epaphras. Along with Neil Vids. LVKA6. Lock and load is there now. Good. We're in good shape. See if anybody else. Painting with Wendy. Hi, Paint. Hi, Wendy. Nice to see you. Kristen B. Oh, nice. The glow axolotls. Pretty
Those are
neat.
cool.
I saw a display. Trying to remember where they had glow axes. on display with a glow light. I don't remember who was doing that. It was some years ago. Ken Jacobs. Hello, hello. Yes, Ken, we are this weekend alone. Thank you for mentioning this. This weekend, we are offering a free um, tiger lotus to anyone who places an order worth $50. that's that amounts to a 20% gift. So it's not an inconsequential or insubstantial gift. We're doing this obviously because we need to increase sales. We have discontinued our Google Ads program and are struggling a bit this weekend. So we thought we would do a special offer for our customer base and for you all here. So only those who know about us know about this. So it's very special, very exclusive, and we hope and trust that many of you will take advantage of it at a time when we really very much need your support. Danielle is here. Hello, Danielle.
Hi. Excuse me. Sorry.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you this week, Fatherfish?
Good.
Good. Dina, how are you?
Doing good. How are you doing, Danielle?
Good. I have questions.
Yes.
Okay.
So, on Wednesday we talked about epistogrammas and crebensis. I am going to get those. The epistogrammas are going to go in my 10-gallon, and I want to put the crebensis in my 55 long here because I was doing some reading, and they will get along with my platies and my harlequins. But I cannot find the answer to a question. How big of a cave do they need?
Not big at all. All they really need is a flat stone. They will burrow under it. They'll maybe burrow down, no, not even an inch, a little more than half inch, just enough to get in and out. And then they lay their eggs on the roof of the cave. If you can find something a little more convex, like half of a broken flower pot, clay flower pot, that would be ideal. Something that will allow them to be secure when they get under it. They want to have their babies there, and they want to raise them up until they're ready to start swimming out.
Yeah, I found several that were pretty good on Etsy and very decently priced. But I didn't know if they would be big enough or were too small or not.
Well, it doesn't need to be big, just a few inches. 3, 4, 5 inches is plenty big enough.
Okay. So is that for the main opening or for like the whole thing?
Oh no, for the whole thing. The main opening only needs to be about an inch.
Okay. And how about for epistogrammas?
Well,
About
they're
the same size?
their eggs on the surface. So again, the flat rock works best for them. They'll lay
This
their eggs.
little thing here
That's
that got for shrimp, but on the aquarium co-op site, it says this is an epistogramma cave.
well, they'll lay their eggs on the surface or they'll go in the cave. That also would work well for the crebensis.
Really, this small?
Yep,
This is like barely the size of my thumb.
they're small fish.
That's
They're
really
not-
cool.
They're not a big
Wow. Okay.
So
So
you
so one of these would work for both of them?
yeah. If you can get one the next size up, that's fine. But that'll work. That'll work perfectly for both of them.
Okay. Good to know.
Absolutely. I love your tank.
Yep,
Thank
beautiful.
you. Do you think the baby crebensis will have enough places to hide in here? I was thinking about putting the cave kind of right back in here under the log.
You've got a
But
lot of cover in there, and there's not a huge population of fish. And plus, the parents are going to guard the babies until they're pretty pretty capable of taking care of themselves. You really don't have anything in there that's going to go after them. Is that a guppy? What? Oh no, it's a platter.
yeah, that's my high fin patty gothy.
I think you're fine. I don't think it'll be a problem at all.
Okay, awesome. I'm very excited. Look, a
Well, that's neat. Good for you.
Yeah, I'm excited for you.
Yep, I'm gonna be getting them from Dan's Fish. So,
Yeah, that'll be good. They do a really good job.
oh, another important question I have: if my dog would please stop licking me. Good grief. Ugh.
I know how that goes.
Ugh. He's just been on me all day, and it's one of those I'm sick of getting licked.
Funny.
My other question is, do I need to quarantine the crebensis from Dan's Fish? I have my quarantine tank, but I wanted to know in case they were okay to just put directly in, or if they needed that time.
It's really your call. Um, if they look good, they're healthy and vigorous, you could certainly put them right in. Um, quarantining is always a good idea. I never quarantine my fish when they come in because I don't have the facility to do it. I have $1,000 worth of fish coming in at a time. Uh, so if a problem crops up in a given tank, I just deal with it. And there
Yeah.
have been a few. So you're probably going to be fine so long as they're healthy. If there's any doubt in your mind, any question, if they look at all questionable, then by all means use your hospital tank or your acclimation tank.
Well, I've got both, so.
Yeah, not a problem.
And with the epistogrammas, since they're going in a 10-gallon of their own, can they have tank buddies like some harlequins, or should they just be by themselves?
They're going to be better off by themselves. There'll
Okay.
be a better chance of them actually spawning. A lot of fish really don't like a lot of activity when they're spawning. If you think about it, in the wild, they find a very secluded spot with nothing else around where they can feel that their babies are safe, even when they're out eating. So, yeah, having just a pair of fish in a 10-gallon tank is really an ideal way to be able to get them to breed and raise their young.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much, Father Fish. I
You're
have
very
been
welcome,
trying to
Tim.
do research, but online just gives you a bunch of BS.
Right.
I
That
know.
does.
It's so hard to find information online when you know that they're not right.
Right.
True enough. Well, too many 14-year-olds playing expert.
Right.
Yep. All right, I will hop off and let someone else in. Thank you so much, guys.
Nice
Thank
to talk to you, Danielle.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Actually, I got a few questions started for you, so I'll just start at the bottom. We've got Darbwire. At Father Fish, what do you use for your 3-part mix? I can never find organic soil that doesn't have ferts or some sort of junk in it.
Well, we have taken to working with the local farm supply store that orders special for us. We've had the same problem exactly, dealing with Lowe's and Home Depot and even regular garden stores. Although that's the best bet. Get to a good garden supply store, rather than the big box stores or the big chains. You'll stand a better chance of getting some products that are more carefully designed for the discriminating gardener. And you want to think of yourself as a gardener, because that's really the nature of what we're doing. We begin by, as any good gardener, by preparing the soil. So trying to find just the right products is worth the time and effort. Having said that, I have used a potting soil with excuse me, I'm hiccuping. Potting soil with fertilizers. Actually, I'm belching, I'm not hiccuping. I've used potting soil with ferts as a last resort. And I really can't say it's caused a problem. The fertilizers burn themselves off pretty quickly. In a month or two, they're gone. And you're not going to replace them, so it's kind of a non-issue. By the same token, a better quality product is a better quality product. And better quality products are better. So do your best and don't be too worried if you're not making it to the pinnacle on the first try or the second or the third. You'll get there.
Definitely.
Exile Tester, can I ask questions? That's what we're here for. You might get answered in the chat. You might get answered here. Tiger lotus get quite large. They do. And there's a trick with them. The tiger lotus has 2 different types of leaves. They have a leaf that floats on the surface like a water lily, and they have a leaf that grows in the water that's not like anything else. It's a very broad, very filamentic, fine, almost diaphanous leaf that gets quite large and quite pretty. They're usually purple or some shade of purple. And they are what grows up initially. They're the first leaves that grow. The secret to keeping those leaves, is to clip off every leaf that's shooting a stem to the surface. If you see a long stem going up, a long thin stem, cut it off. You can leave maybe 1 or 2 if you really want the look of the water lily, the frog pad, the lily pad, but rarely do you see those in your aquarium, because the aquarium we build them to have view from the front and not from the top down. So unless top down is important to you, you want to clip them off. The other issue is they cover the surface. But most importantly, once they become established, those lower leaves disappear. They just die out. They're no longer needed to sustain the plant. So your call, but I like to trim those floaters. And once you do it a few times, they'll stop producing them.
Oh, that's cool.
They get the message, I guess.
Is there any specific tank size that you would recommend for a tiger lotus?
No, I've kept them in 10-gallon tanks and in 75-gallon tanks.
Cool.
It's not that they adapt; it's that they don't grow. They're not a plant that bushes out. They have single leaves that are large diaphanous leaves. And by diaphanous, I mean very thin, paper-like, film-like almost. So they're not taking up a lot of space, but they are being very graphic and very beautiful in the tank. Breeding pair of angels. Talking, talking to Christian about some breeding angels.
Oh, that's cool.
What is got eaten up by my clown pleco? A banana plant that got eaten by the clown pleco. I'm going to suggest that the clown pleco, the clown pleco did not eat the banana. The banana was not doing well, and it kind of finished it off. It ate what was dead or dying. Plecos, the L series plecos, don't eat live plants. Now, I have seen them make holes in sword plants. So I know it can be an issue, but it's an easy one to overcome. Our new flake will overcome it because it's very heavy in vegetable matter, which is what the pleco is looking for. You can also feed spinach. A lot of people feed zucchini. I've done zucchini. Both are good. Make sure they have a diet that includes, excuse me, green leafy vegetable matter, and you won't have nearly the problem with them eating your plants. Light for the tiger lily, I don't think it matters much at all. Any light will be fine. They don't have a specific need for light. In fact, that leaf that grows in the water is a low light leaf.
Nice.
It does not require much light, which is probably why it does not turn green. What else we got here?
So we got a question from Danielle.
Tank out, will that fill the tank? Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the 10-gallon pack is designed to fill a 10-gallon tank. You can also use it for a 20, and it will be roughly adequate. It'll require some growing out, but there's enough in it to be able to plant out a 20-gallon. Beyond that, you really need a couple of packs or some other plants. Of course, I always recommend the stem plant pack for brand new tanks as a startup. There are a few included in the 10-gallon pack. So you got a couple of stem plants in there anyway. And while I'm on the subject, we've made some changes in how we're holding our plants. Up to this point, we've been packing out all of our stem plants and then refrigerating them and selling them out by the end of the week. We don't keep any over. What we discovered, however, is that if we do not do that, if we pack out what we need that day and put the rest in vats, right now we're doing these vats, some of them outdoors. The plants grow very quickly, so that by the next week they have virtually doubled in size, which gives us a wonderful plant pack.
Definitely.
The more we're able to do that, the more we're able to get some of these really magnificent plants that are maybe 8 to 10 feet tall, 8 to 10
Oh.
inches, sorry, 8 to 10 inches,
Okay.
rather than 6 inches. They're
Mhm.
much taller, 10 to 12 even. I mean, they're big, they're tall plants. So look to get some of those if you, particularly if you're ordering later in the week.
Oh, nice.
So far, that's working out okay. Another thing we're doing is we're shipping out, if we have the item in stock, we're shipping out same day. If we do not, we try to contact you within the hour to determine whether you want a substitution. I think what we will do is put a checkoff box at checkout that will allow for substitutions if you're willing to accept that. It would be of equal or greater value and of the same type of fish. In other words, if you order a crypt, we're not going to send you a sword. If you order a crypt, we don't have that species. We would substitute with another crypt. So if we cannot do that, then we refund that item and pack it out. If you want to wait, we will get your permission to wait for that species to hold your order back. Otherwise, every order ships out within 24 hours. We start getting orders. We print out our orders around 10 o'clock in the morning. So anything that comes in after 10 o'clock is not going to be able to be shipped out until the next day. So if you order on a Monday after 10, we're not going to be able to ship it until Tuesday. If we get the 2-day service lined up, that means you'll get it by Thursday. So we're hoping we can get all this working. We are now shipping out same day. So if we get order, and that's really the day before, that's really within 24 hours. So if you order in the afternoon or the evening, we're going to ship out next day. So I did want to make that clear.
Definitely.
All right, what else? What else you got here?
Let's see. I'm not seeing really anything that jumps out too much. Oh, you could mention to them what we was talking about with the heaters before the live stream.
Well, yeah, we were talking about heaters and talking about the Higer, and it's trying to get this angled right. Its signaling system. The Higer has a computer chip in it. There are a number of things I like about the Higer. The fact that it's ceramic, or it's really a hard plastic that does not melt when overheated. So it's a hybrid kind of material that doesn't break when you drop it. I like that. I like the external meter that allows you to set the temperature on a dial that sits outside the tank. I like that it's computerized,
Same
that
here.
it has a number of warning systems in it. It warns you if the heater is lifted out of the water, if it's gone too high, if it's gone too low, if the power goes out. Those are the ones I've discovered. There may be more. There are problems with the Higer. And the problems really have to do with the fact that this is a first generation product. And so it has some weaknesses that have not been ironed out, not been designed out, that will be in future iterations as it gets back into the design shop and they look to upgrade some of the systems, maybe do repair work on some of the wiring or the chips or whatever. Those problems will get resolved. My there I like more about it than I dislike. And they are willing to replace uh, mis- uh, uh, heaters that are not functioning properly. They're a little tough about it, but if you'll fight the good fight with them, then they will replace a broken or misfiring heater. On balance, I very much like the Hiker. I also like the fact that it comes in higher wattages. It's the material it's made of allows them to produce a 500-watt heater. In a big tank, that's really vital. It's important that that the heater not stay on longer but shorter. The higher the wattage in the tank, the shorter it needs to stay on in order to maintain the whatever temperature it's set at. So for all those reasons, I do recommend the Higer. If you get a faulty one, and it could happen, uh, the the fault rate for me has been I probably have 25 of them installed. I've had problems with 3. That's about 1/8 or about 12%. Call it 10%.
Yeah.
10% of the time, I've had problems. You're not likely to. If you do get in touch with the manufacturer, the information is available online and on the box. So save that box in case you need to ship it back to the manufacturer. But otherwise, I would invest in. They're also not horribly expensive. There are other heaters out there that cost a lot more. So they're affordable. It's a new technology. I think a vastly superior technology and one that I'm frankly excited about. I want to see the second and then the third generation. They're going to be magnificent.
Yeah, they will be.
Flavio,
Hey.
hi there. We need your. There he is.
I
How?
don't speak English, but I would like show my tanks, my fish tanks.
That is a beautiful betta.
Yes, it is.
And that is a look at that. What plant is growing up out of the water?
Mm-hmm.
What is that? It looks like anubias. That's Pogostemon.
It's my better fish.
He is beautiful.
Yes, he is.
Beautiful. Beautiful fish.
I love his colors.
I have my other tanks. This is parrot fish.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Convex, Honduran, and an albino? No, a white. It looked like they're babies in there. Do they have babies? They had
Yes, it is my first reproduction.
Wonderful. Nice.
Beautiful tanks.
Look at that.
Those are some really cool fish.
That's the blue Honduras convict. We got a bunch of them. There's two. That's this is very nice.
Mm-hmm. That is very nice. Oh,
Some,
another beautiful one.
lots of bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
He is blowing bubbles.
Yep.
You need to get him a girlfriend.
Yep.
Is that baby Gladys?
Looks like
This
it.
is plat. This is my reproduction.
Beautiful.
Nice. Mickey's.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of little tanks.
Beautiful tanks too.
Yeah.
Love that they're all nano tanks. That's so cool.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah. That's quite a collection in there.
It is.
Rosy barbs. Convict. Angel. What's that little red fish? Is that a bed? No, that's a glowfish. Back there, it looks like. A lot of fish in that little tank.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of plants too. It looks great.
That it does.
You're
He's
not
doing
going
a
to talk
job.
to us, Flavio. Turn your mic on.
You're
Tell
doing a
us-
great job.
Yeah, that's a wonderful tank.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I like your tanks.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. It's got some beautiful nano tanks. Wow. He's doing a great job at it. Oh, Cody had a question for you. Is there anything I can do to avoid algae growing on the dead leaves I add to the tank as they decay?
No. I mean, there is. But there's nothing you need to do. The algae is a function of more nutrients in the tank than the existing plant population can absorb. And so algae becomes the second line of defense against pollution. Let that register. Algae in a tank is a sign that The tank is trying to achieve balance. The biological system is trying to achieve balance. That's the purpose of the algae, to consume enough of that excess nutrient so that it does not become a serious pollution problem in the tank. It could cause the tank to collapse. It could cause the tank to go foul, to smell, could cause all kinds of problems. If you don't want the algae, you can remove it, but don't put algicide or any kind of toxin in the tank, because it will kill not only the algae, but all of the other plants as well. An algicide is a plant killer. That's what it is. That's what it's supposed to do. And that's what it will do if you try to use some kind of chemical to keep your big, beautiful sword and get rid of that nasty algae. You'll wind up with dead algae and a dead sword. That's not the fix. The fix is to understand why it's happening and to deal with why it's happening. In other words, get to the cause of the problem. That's always the issue with these with our aquariums. The whole chemical approach is to try to come up with a shortcut so you won't have to figure out what the problem is and how to solve it. You'll just throw some poison in there and it'll deal with whatever you're worried about. Unfortunately, it'll do more than that. Typically, it'll kill off the entire biotope. So it's not a solution. It is a very short term and, frankly, a very arrogant fix for something that you need to understand in order to correct in your fish keeping practices. So the answer is, if you have something happening in your tank that you don't like, figure out why it's happening, and then you can solve it. That's what we have the Discord server for, to give you a couple of extra sets of eyes and experience to try to help you figure out what's going on that you're not satisfied with. Now, there's a lot more happening in the Discord than that. There are a lot of friendships there. There are a lot of bragging rights. There are opportunities to be able to learn, to develop skills, to brag on your tank. In fact, to have your own channel and to be able to post pictures of your tank on a routine basis. It's a wonderful resource. It's our best effort to create an online club. So if you combine that with our YouTube videos and with our Patreon, then it allows you to support our efforts to do all of this. We can't do it free. It's not free. You may be looking for free, but somebody is paying the bill for you to have free. If you can help, we need your help. Does it need to be much? A few dollars a month through Patreon makes a world of difference. It allows us to keep our Discord going. It cost us, frankly, about $1,000 a month. It's really more than that, but a minimum of $1,000 a month to run that Discord. We get about 100 through Patreon to put toward it. The rest needs to come, frankly, out of my pocket, as do a lot of other things, resulting in my pocket being filled more with moths than coin. I don't take a salary. I donate most of my retirement income in order to do all of this. Now, I'm not doing that as a long term solution. I'm doing that as, I hope, a short term solution to building an enterprise that will be self supporting. So, your support with our store, with our Patreon, with occasional gifts, whatever you can do to be helpful is certainly helpful, and we do deeply appreciate it. I may not always talk about at length someone's gift, but it certainly means a great deal. Here's Exile Jester, CA, Canada, $2. Thank you, Exile Jester.
Thank you.
Means a great deal. A little bit on a regular basis. And Patreon's an easy way to do that. You can sign up as a member for just a few dollars a month. And it'll be automatic until you decide to stop it. We've got a few people who've been in there for years. They've been faithful supporters for 5 years. Just remarkable. So there's all that.
Mm-hmm.
Epaphras, what requirement is needed for the light? We did that one, didn't we?
Yep. And Danielle wanted me to mention to you that the code for the Lotus at checkout isn't working for some reason.
Somebody else mentioned that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what could be the problem there.
Yeah, you're going to get it anyway. Any orders that come through in that time frame that are of $50 or greater value, you're going to get it automatically. So those orders will not go out until Tuesday. Our order of Tiger Lotus comes in Tuesday morning, so those will ship at that point. Hopefully, we'll have enough. I think we will.
Hopefully.
We've ordered a bunch, so
Awesome. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back.
You bet. Cody, let's see. What do we got here? Aria, that's Galudi. I got live dead roots and myrophilium from a pond. And the resin jar has been thriving for 2 months. I fed some fly larvae to my guppies, added some humus. Is fauna enough? No leaf. Yeah, you can add a leaf or two as well. It'll help to build the population. And in fact, if you can get that leaf mulch built so it's an inch deep, and it doesn't need to be in the whole tank, just maybe in a corner, that'll provide an environment for microfauna to be able to grow and be safe in there and not be all eaten up all at once. Worth the effort. Happy birthday, Scort, says Aria. Happy birthday, Scort, Danielle. Who's going to be 31? You're going to be 31? Goodness sakes. Scott's 30 years old. I thought you were 21. You're a sweet young lady. Something I can do to avoid algae if we did that. Let me move down a bit. All your lights and meters. Yeah, the lights are nice too. I don't use any expensive lights in my shop because I need so much I really can't afford it. I use 8-foot strips and I use floodlights, all LED. $800 for 4 months. Oh. Philo is here. Has Philo got a wrench? Isam Selassie doesn't. I thought I gave him one. I did. And Driftwood Scaper I did too. They just haven't. Maybe they have. Yes. Chatterbox. I don't look or sound my age, she says. Birthday is tomorrow. Well, thank you, Daniel, very much. Appreciate you. Jamie Chatterbox. You know things about a betta fish and a new aquarium. Oh, I know a lot of things about a lot of things. Well, I don't know much about you, Jamie. Come on up and show us your tank. Stuck in a problem. Jamie is stuck in a problem. We need to know what your problem is, Jamie. Let's see if he's going to tell us. It sounds gorgeous. Jenner, do you know things about a betta fish and no aquarium? Monty Faith. Setting up a father fish tank, can you put fish in quickly, or does that nutritional value of medium need to stabilize with new plants? You know, that's a really interesting, insightful, very sophisticated question because it's putting all the pieces together. My typical advice is to add a few fish to the tank on day 2. Now, the reason I say that is because the plants need the nutrients that are put out by the fish. And if you start with a few fish, then you'll be on your way. You'll be on your, I gotta get this fly. I think I got it. You'll be on your way toward really stabilizing the tank. As to the issue of the built-in nutrients, that's the really interesting part of your question. And it's one that needs to be addressed. When we began our understanding of the importance of organics in our system, it grew out of work being done by Elaine some of you know Elaine, who's an agronomist, who recognized the absolute vital importance of microbial life, microbial colonies in the soil as a means of maintaining healthy plants in a garden environment, no less. So we simply took that principle over and brought it into our aquarium and began to discover ways of finding. Did I shock you? See,
A little, I wasn't expecting.
that-
I wasn't expecting. I was working on trying to help. I have nobody come up to the live stream, and I didn't see you about to say.
this is very very special fly swatter. This sucker is made out of rigid plastic.
Yeah, I need to get one of those.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think the fly is going to walk away or fly away from that.
Rigid plastic. I'll tell you, it does the job. It's amazing. Right? When it hits, boy, you feel it. It hurts. It's a great fly swatter.
You know, the one that I've got, it is so bendy that you will hit those really large flies. It'll just fly off. It doesn't care.
Yeah, they bounce right off. Yeah. This sucker, you could put down a mouse with it.
Right.
Easily. Probably a rat.
Definitely.
You could knock somebody out with it, probably.
You probably could, because I can tell that it's got to be super durable because you're having to bend it. I mean, you can see the force in there.
Yeah, it's not twisting.
Yeah.
And I'm, putting some pressure on it.
Yeah, the one I've got, you barely touch it and it bends.
I bought this at the Lion Food Grocer.
Oh, cool.
The Lion store. It's the only place I've seen them. Mm-hmm. I've been back to buy more. I was told about it. Actually, I saw somebody with one and asked them where they got it. And that was an interesting story. I'm getting off the track here, but it's worth telling. Here on the eastern shore of Maryland, we have a fly problem. And it's brought on by a chicken problem. Mm-hmm. We raise more chickens on the shore than probably any other place in the country. This is major chicken territory. There were billions of chickens being produced here on the shore on a routine basis. That creates a chicken poop problem. And something needs to be done with the chicken poop. And so it's converted into fertilizer, it's bagged. A lot of things are done to be able to use it. In the process, however, of it going from the chicken to the process, the flies feast.
That they will.
Now, I was visiting a friend farmer who had a chicken house, and they had a tree out near the chicken house that needed to be taken down. It was hollowed out, it was dying, needed to come down. Well, he left it there and left it there and left it there. And finally a storm came and blew it over. Mm-hmm. The internal guts of this tree, this was in the fall, mind you, kind of late in the fall. It was solid filled with flies.
Wow.
And when
That's impressive.
this enormous swarm of flies, just there were flies in everything for a mile in every direction. I
Wow.
went into his home. Into his home. He didn't have any open windows. His home was, I sat there with this fly swatter. It's the one he had. And I killed in about 15 minutes a dozen flies.
Wow.
They were all over the floor. He was embarrassed. I was excited.
Free
I'm-
fish food.
Yeah, I'm your stomach caused it. It was certainly nothing he had any reason to be embarrassed about.
Mhm.
But this fly swatter, pure gold. So I've had it now for about 2 years. I've got another one here that has a broken tip. It actually cracked
Oh wow.
the tip corner of it. Otherwise, it's, you know how after a while they sort of fall apart.
Oh yeah.
This shows no damage. I've been swatting flies with it for 2 years, solid as a rock.
That's a good one.
Right. Cinnamon, are you ready to come up? You got your mic turned off. There she is.
Yeah.
Hey.
There she is.
Hello.
Hi, dear. How are you?
I'm good. I thought I'd come up and show you. I haven't been on a couple times, so I'm gonna feed these angels. You'll see what piranhas they are when I put it in there. They're like, I know they're gonna be mild today because I want them to be. Normally they're like jumping out of the tank. They're so.
Mhm.
Look at that. Gorgeous.
That they
Yep.
are.
What are you feeding?
It's bug bite. Bug
Okay.
bite. Tropical formula for small fish.
I like bug bites. Nice.
Yeah, they have good ingredients and it's small enough for these smaller, like the bettas and that kind of stuff.
Right.
So now all my girls up here, I've got one red one, this one here that was in Grace's, and she was eating the baby turquoise, not turquoise, what do you call it? Koi guppy
Yeah.
ones. And I finally had one or two babies show up the other day. So I'm like, well, it's about time. So that must have been what's going on. Yeah, we got some younger ones up here.
Nice.
And I've got some of my shell dwellers. The babies are growing out. I add to it almost every day. There's so many of them. Back there,
Cinnamon brought me
some of
colony
those.
shell dwellers. Yeah.
The endlers there, those are stack endlers. As you can see, I've got a truckload, even though the ones I brought a bunch. So,
Nice.
and then I'm working on getting these wires. They're driving me crazy, the wires are, but there's those that I bought from you. I mean, any day I'm expecting babies to show up because, I mean, they really, that tank did really well. I love the lotus, the way the lotus did. There's two different colored leaves.
Yeah, it's a wonderful plant.
And so far, I'm not trimming it back, but at some point I'll have to, I'll have to pull some of the leaves to give some light. But so far, the light's been getting through. And I've got some Mickey Mouse platies growing out in that tank down there. I was working on the wipers, so their light got all over the place. And then I put all my killies in these tanks up here, and they are being so naughty because the bettas I had in here were too chunky to go through the sides here or down below. And these guys are traveling from one end to the other, all mixed together, not in the right places. So I've got to fix the dividers and get them back in there because they're, some of them are the endangered ones. They need to be in their own. I've got some bettas in there too. They seem to get along fine with them. But these guys are, And as you can see, they're all different ones. I'm like, you are guys. I first noticed that I was like, are they jumping over? But then I noticed some of them, like right here, there's a tiny, tiny little crack.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
And the sand is moved. These ones here stay in this tank. They they're the red. You see him, he should be, usually he's right here in the front. The girls seem to be the ones that are in the front. He's all red with spots, red spots all over him. Where did he go? Is he in one of these other ones too? They had been staying, those guys, because they're a little bit bigger. Some of the bigger ones are staying in the right tanks and stuff.
Hey, that's good.
But the little ones, though, they're having a ball going from one end to the other. Yeah, because this one's not supposed to be in there. I'm like, oh, you guys. But they're young enough, most of them, they're small enough that I don't think they're doing any breeding. Now, I went to the auction yesterday and I got some blue dream. I got these round tanks somebody gave them, and I was like, what am I going to do with them? Because they're small. But then I was like, well, you know what? I will try and I was going to make them resurrection jars, but then I got some blue dream. You can see one on the filter. Can you see it? There, of course, I was seeing them a minute ago all over the place in here, and now way down in, I see. I haven't put a substrate in yet. That's how. Can you see them at all?
Yeah, I can see them. Yeah, I love blue dream shrimp.
So I'm going to try to breed some of them, just them in here. I have other shrimp, but they're mixed in with others. I have some red that are in my nano tank over there. But I set this up for them because I was like, well, this is perfect for shrimp or for resurrection jars. I ended up with 2 of them. And then I have these killies here. This is the perfect tank for them. I don't have the base on it, but it basically is all glass. There's no way they can get out. They can't jump out. They can't. To get in there, I have to lift the top, which they always freaks them out when I do this. Mm-hmm. But you lift the top and there's the feet in there.
I like that tank.
Yeah. I stupidly had 2 of them and I sold the other one thinking I didn't need it. And now I'm like, oh, they would have been perfect.
Yeah. That's the way it always works out, isn't it?
I got a mop back there and I do have some eggs I'm trying to hatch out.
Nice.
I see some eyes, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. They need a few more plants in there now. For some reason, the plants in there don't stay very long. But I also have a tendency to leave them without it. Now, and the last one I'll show you is...
I need to tell you, Cinnamon.
Yeah.
Your house is turning into the laboratory of a mad scientist.
That's what my friend who was visiting said. She said, it looks like a mad scientist one. I was like, well, that's fine by me.
I love it.
Because I love the scientific side of it. I've got sweet potatoes in the tanks. Because the one I did downstairs, I mean, it went crazy with the roots, better than even the pothos. Mm-hmm. And so my babies instinctively of the goody eyes, they go in there when they're real tiny, the red tails, and they stay in there until they're big enough that nobody will bother them.
Nice.
So now at the auction, I also got these wagtail platies. It said 10 plus, and there was like 20 some odd. So I put the smaller ones in here, and then in this one, the tannins are really strong in this one. But in this one, I put a whole bunch of others. They're all in the back here. You can see them.
Very cool.
That it is.
I have a whole bunch of them, so I should have.
Yeah.
If they breed like the other platies, I'll have 1 million of them by tomorrow.
Right, you will.
And then these rainbows are just growing out until they're big enough for my 55 gallon so they can go in. For anybody who's worried about some of the smaller tanks I have, most of them are either holding tanks or for nanos or shrimp, or resurrection jars, quarantine, that kind of thing. I make sure my fish are got plenty of room, especially in their permanent tank.
Nice.
Okay. And then of course there's Christian's girls in there. We got some killies who have already had babies.
He just said He just
What's
sent,
that?
but Christian just sent me a new batch of about 40 of them.
Yeah.
They're half an inch, but there's some
You
red.
can't beat his colors. They're beautiful.
I'm excited about them.
Yeah, and healthy and everything. I did
Yeah.
put a couple Hillstream loaches in here and some of the dwarf Corys
Yeah, nice.
along with the same auction. And I've got 3 Hillstream loaches. One of our breeders has, you can see I've been working on it. There's all kinds of water lines on this one. But yeah, the Lee's Killies, I was surprised that they have babies and nobody's eating them. Nobody's bothering them. There's the father.
Next time we get together, you need to bring me some. It's a fish I really enjoy. I used to catch them all the time in Florida.
Yeah. And they do really well. You know what? I was going to tell you because while I was listening to everybody and stuff, I like going on Aquabid. And I don't very often get something from there, but every once in a while there's some good deals. And there is a good deal on Lee's Killies. There's like 20 for a reasonable price on there right now.
I'll go look.
So, I didn't know if you knew. And they had these red-tailed platies too. So,
yeah.
but I thought I'd come on and show you guys some of my I've got some new angel babies, some platinum ones that I got. And then I'm trying to think of the others. Oh, and they had a lady who breeds blue acaras. And she I got 6 of them. They're babies. But I might, if you want, I'll give her your information to her so she has babies. She can see if you want them.
Yeah, absolutely.
I knew you were looking for some blue acaras, so.
I am. I'm always looking for acaras.
They got some good breeders at these clubs. I enjoy going to them because, they really know what they're doing.
Great bunch of people.
A few of them. I've been doing it. I mean, we've got one gentleman, Lonnie, who, I don't know how long he's been doing it, but his are.
Oh, I hope we didn't lose her.
I think she froze up on us.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. I'm going to move on to Ken.
Okay.
Ken Jacobs is here. Hi, Ken.
Hi.
Hi, guys. I said that 3 times, and then I discovered my mic was off.
Hey, it happened.
Nice.
This is my father fish tank. I think I showed it a couple weeks ago, maybe 10 days ago.
Yes.
This is huge changes in only a week. I can see through it now. It's clear. Huge.
Right.
I was talking about those crypts I got.
Yeah.
And I could find one of the little roots that popped up. Well, I didn't spot the other one because it's huge. It looked like something else. And in 1 week, it is really caught up to almost the size of the plant.
Look at that.
Yeah. The one I trampled by accident, I didn't think was going to make it. I'd about given up on it. And I looked around the corner, and what did I see? Testimony to the roots. Well, maybe it doesn't show so well there, but there is some green stem popping up there, I swear.
Nice.
Yeah, it's in there. But so that's crazy. These things on top. Oh, what'd I do?
Salvini.
Oh, hang on. Yeah. I hit something.
You're okay.
I went to chat for some reason. So now I'm trying to share something. It's my bad. I'm trying to get out of here. Sorry. Ooh, that stuff. You got to be careful with your thumbs. Yeah, these things. Look at this stuff.
Salvinia. Yeah.
So that's crazy. That might have something to do with the cleaning.
Yeah,
cleaning out, but it's covered the top. I got to throw some away, right?
Well, if you got goldfish, they love to eat it.
Oh, good to know. I've been looking for a goldfish, a good one. I don't want to buy it, but I got some kids down at the barber shop. I got some kids told that if they catch one out of it, because they're they don't like them in local ponds. They eat all the frog eggs and stuff.
Right.
So I got a price on their head, and I'm trying to get them to bring me one.
Well,
But I'll be honest, if it could be a scheme, because there's some koi in that pond that are crazy big.
Oh, wow.
So catch on to me. Those kids will be like $200, Mr. Ken. I'll be not today.
Right.
That's like 10 haircuts. But so I got some shrimp. You can see one swimming around in there. So you couldn't even see him there for a while. And then, I know what I was going to say. I went, I got all father fished up and kind of geeked out. And I saw somebody with their willows. And I said, I got to get me some of those willows. Oh, yeah, look at that mystery snail.
That's a nice one.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, right. I was like so happy. So I ordered willows.
Oh, cool.
Willow sticks. That is crazy. That is crazy. I can't believe how fast they grow. And
Right.
they love water, so I'm using the father fish method on those willows. So but I'm gonna transfer them. I got the sand and the dirt. But I thought that was cool. The only problem is I'm in the garage, and I ordered a tiller, but it's not going to be here till Wednesday. And I looked on your site first, trust me. But yeah, so like my temperature went up. It is. I'm trying to show it to you. Probably won't show, but. Anyway, trust me, it's 86, and that's up from 78, and we're in a little heat wave here. And that chiller, it's Sunday. That chiller's not going to get here till Wednesday, and I've been trying to keep the temperature down. I got the Dyson fan out here blowing underneath it. I've been opening the garage door to let some air conditioning from the house. But how much trouble am I in here? I mean, the plants will survive.
Yeah, that's not a problem. Not a problem at all.
Okay.
It can get over 90 before it becomes a problem.
Wow, really? All right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, these shrimp love it. And,
I will.
and I didn't take, I didn't take any of the dead stuff out, and I'm sure that has everything to do with it. I couldn't believe how fast the roots popped, though.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that was like. Yeah, I was like, what happened? But, so that was great. And you can start seeing it starting to come together. I think this is really why I wanted to really show you. Sorry, guys, this is not a threat. I got to say that again. It's not a threat. But my fly swatter, I got at a barbecue event with some veterans. Yeah. And these guys know so this is my fly swatter, and it's kind of sick. But it's the bug assault rifle.
Love it.
And look at this. It loads with table salt.
Oh, how cool is that?
Right. To be honest, I'm not a very good shot. But then again, it's really fun to try.
Right. I love it.
Oh, yeah, I traded out one of the resurrection jars. And see, here's a victim now. That's my question.
Yeah. It's good food for your fish, too.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I needed to hear. That's all I needed to hear.
They love dead frogs.
It's a little, I'm afraid it might be a little assault on the salty side for a freshwater tank, but they'll be all right.
They'll be fine.
Is that fly? When you finally do get the fly with the assault rifle, it's a strange feeling.
That's an old buckshot trick. Rock salt.
Right?
In buckshot.
Right.
I love it. That's cool.
That is cool.
Don't be surprised if one shows up at the shop then.
Funny. Too cool. Too cool.
Guys, thanks for everything. I'm going to log out.
Thank you, Jan. Thank you, Ken.
Yeah, keep up the good work.
Thank you. Great to have you.
I'm going to go out and patronize you some more here in a minute. Bye.
Bye-bye. Funny stuff.
Let's see. We've got
what else? Somebody back here. I'm nobody. Asked a question about 15 times. He asked the same question.
Yeah, that's the question.
Right. Besides removing nitrates, How does your living system purify the water from the subtle compounds that build up over many years? How does it do it? The question is how. It does it by doing it the same way it it purifies nitrates. It absorbs them. There are all kinds of things that are absorbing organic material continuously. That is the nature of a balanced system. It's the nature of the food web for all organics to be in a, essentially a cycle of life in which everything feeds everything, dies and feeds everything. So the buildup will only occur if the organic material is inadequate. That's why it's important to bring new material into your tank on a relatively routine basis, every couple of months at least. Get some new culture from a new place and introduce it. You will be introducing material that you don't already have. The wider the spectrum of bacteria, of fungus, of microfauna, the more balanced and stable the environment becomes. And this is what I want to say about that. All of these people, fish keepers, who are making the claim that a natural aquarium is ugly, is not necessary, is too sophisticated, is a mess, is problematic from a health standpoint, and on and on and on. All of the critics of a natural aquarium, my grandmother said, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Right?
I don't have anything nice to say about those critics. What they are denying is the natural world. And if you think for 1 second you can keep fish in a tank without relying absolutely upon the laws of nature, your mind is bereft of any understanding. You are witless. A natural aquarium simply means that the aquarist is making every effort to allow the laws of nature and the critters of the natural world to share in and be part of this little water box that's been created. How it looks, how it is designed, what is living in it, in terms of higher order animals. All of those are decisions made by the owner of the little water box. but the effort to make it a natural rather than a chemical soup environment is fundamental to what is the only meaningful, viable, reasonable, healthy, and responsible way to maintain fish. And I hope I get into a lot of trouble for saying this. I hope it makes a whole host of people just as bitter and angry as they can be because they need to get over themselves. And they need to understand that the natural world is absolute and it is primary. And any attempt to dismiss it, to discredit it, to remove it from your tank is the act of a fool. And that's about the worst I'm going to say. A fool. Christian B is here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Christian.
Hey, Father Fish. Hey, Dana.
Hey.
How are you? Look at this.
I'm doing good. I thought I'd show something different tonight. This is my 75 gallon.
Oh, nice. Look at this.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful angels.
Yeah, I just bought 2 of those angels yesterday. They're black Pinoy.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get a breeding pair.
A colony of Congos is nice. I love Congos.
Yeah, they're my favorite schooling fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to get more plants in here. I kind of let the floaters overtake my tank and just about killed everything off with no light.
Don't they? Yeah, you got to watch.
I know how that goes.
Really?
I had 2 lights on here till the other day, but my old T5 fluorescent grow lamp went out on me. I think I got a bad ballast in it or something, but it stopped working. So I've just got the one light centered now, and it don't really light it up that great.
No, but it may be enough.
And I've got some red balasinaria over here. I don't know if you can see the red coloration of it.
I do. Yeah.
But usually it loses that red color once it gets that big. But this is really, I mean, it's 6
Yeah,
feet.
that's, I've got some like that just have kept the red. It's canopied in the tank, and it's red.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
2 true what I call real fish stores yesterday in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Yes.
And they had nothing but fish and fish supplies. So they were really, really nice. I mean, they were what pet stores or fish stores should be.
Amen.
And I bought the 2 smallest, the ones right there in the center, the black Pinoys.
Yep.
I purchased them yesterday. I had the other 3 for a while.
Wow. Nice.
But it got around here where you just don't see the black ones as often.
Yeah, they're uncommon. They are always uncommon. They've always been uncommon.
Yeah,
The problem is it's difficult to breed them true because they fall away genetically after about the 3rd generation.
Yeah, I bred a pair one time a long time ago, and every single one of them were solid black, the babies. It turned out real good. But then over the years, you know, I'd lose one here and lose one there, and eventually I just didn't have any anymore.
Yeah.
But that was before I found the Father Fish method. I hadn't lost any fish since then.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, they also had the glow angels about Eisenhower dollar size.
Yeah, I'm beginning to get a few of them.
And they had several different types of angelfish at the one fish store. And I mean, they were some nice ones. I've definitely got to go back there. It's not too far from my house. I'm looking forward to getting more plants in here, though. This one is a little thin for my liking.
Yeah. That's still gorgeous.
Well, we got some beautiful plants.
Mm-hmm.
So take a look at the store. I'm sure you'll find some things you really like.
Oh, yeah.
We've got about 5 or 6 different kinds of sword plants. That looks like an octopus right there in front.
Oh,
It
yeah.
does
That,
look like it.
there. Yeah, I've actually got 2 different ones of those. I've got this big one, and then I've got some more back here that are more narrow leafed.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if they're 2 different varieties or.
They are. Yeah. There's a narrow and a broad leaf. It is 2 varieties.
Well, cool. That's good to know.
Nice.
Yeah, I like the sword plants, but I can't get them very big in this tank because I've got 3 bristlenose plecos in here. And once the leaves are wide enough for them to support themselves on, they shred them.
Huh.
But anyway, I just thought I'd hop on a minute
Well,
and show.
thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Glad you did.
It's always fun looking at your tanks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you. Y'all have a good evening.
You
You
too. Bye,
too.
Kristen.
Bye.
He's getting real serious there.
Yeah, he is.
Very nice.
He's got some nice tanks.
We got about 10 minutes left here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Everybody's got a wrench. Tony. And Philo. And Tony. Get you guys. Turn you blue.
Mm-hmm.
Aria Duscalaude. Right. We have a link right at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Budget Bonsai is here. Budget Bonsai is setting up some a channel on or Discord to work with people on bonsai in the aquarium. Very
That's
exciting concept. We're excited about having him and seeing where we go with that. Mr. Watson is here. Hello, hello.
Hello there.
Oh, isn't that pretty?
That is.
So I find it really hard to hear you. I've got you on my loudspeaker and I can't really hear what you're saying. I'm sorry.
It's a beautiful tank.
That it is.
Wow. Impressive. Has a nice sense of design with his plants. That's hard to pull off. But even there, where there's a lot of growth, there's still a sense of design about it. Real impressive.
That's beautiful work.
My, more and more.
Mm-hmm.
That must be a snail tank. Just every tank shows the same hand. Just remarkable.
That is some remarkable tanks.
I'll just quickly show you my fry tank that I've got as well.
Oh my God, he must have 50 tanks in there.
I bred these by accident. These are my Celestial Pearl Daniels.
Yes.
Complete accident of a breeding.
Oh, yeah.
Happened.
Huh. What a glorious set of tanks.
That it is.
Thank you very much. I can't really hear what you're saying because it's so quiet on my phone, but I'll jump back onto the live stream. Thank you for letting me join you.
Just beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you for letting me join. Bye now.
Bye-bye. Wow.
Bye.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Amazing.
I'm trying to figure out the drama that's going on in the chat. That's the reason I'm a little bit distracted.
Oh, I don't know if I want to know.
Yeah, I'm still working on figuring it out.
What timestamp are you?
Well, I'm all the way at the bottom trying to play catch up. So I'm at timestamp 7:53.
Yeah, I'm still at 7 o'clock. 7:05. There, there, there are so many posts. It's
There
become
is.
impossible to keep up.
Right?
3G is here.
Hey, 3G.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Oh my God.
Come show me Dina, the pink angels.
Oh, love them. They are gorgeous. Thank you, 3G.
So nice.
Those are beautiful.
Hard to follow that guy that was just up here. All his stuff was so beautiful.
Wasn't it amazing? Yeah, Mr. Watson. We gotta hope to get him back. Did
Yeah,
he have a wrench? I didn't. I didn't see him posting.
I didn't either.
He's probably lurking and just came up. Mr. Watson, I want you to post a comment or just your name so I can get you a wrench.
Oh, those are the big ones.
Very much appreciate what you're doing. Isn't this gorgeous?
That it is.
Have you spawned Corys?
Oh yes, sir. These albinos many times.
Ah.
My stir-bys, they lay a few eggs here and there, but these albinos go really gangbusters.
Wow. So you pull the eggs, do you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I usually pull them.
Look at these guys.
Oh, wow.
Get uptight on that. I've not seen that string before.
Haven't either.
Those are King Kong yellow guppies.
Huh.
Here's another tank of them. Those are King Kong yellows.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Isn't that amazing? They're wonderful. So they're all gorgeous. Notice she doesn't have a female in there.
You plan on getting some females and doing some breeding?
I'm sure he is.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Those are Stan the man. He's always talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those yellow guppies he got, they're my guppies.
Nice.
They're just they're very strong. They're very, very strong. They don't eat the babies, and they have a high male count in the babies.
Huh. Beautiful fish.
That they are.
There they are. Look at that. Wow.
These are Schubel greens.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to tell, but let me see. Let me move the light up here if I can.
Oh, look at it. Yep.
Beautiful.
Nice.
And then your favorite.
Shame on you.
That's funny.
Here's the Blackwater tank with the Altums.
They're looking pretty good.
They finally got over being bashful.
What's your pH in there?
I'm on a well, and my pH is like 8.2 out the tap.
Huh.
My TDSs are 750 plus out the tap.
Mercy. And that's what you're keeping them in.
Yes, sir. That's what I keep. I don't chase water parameters. Every fish I have is in that.
God bless you.
In that water.
Amen.
Here's some black angels.
Sure enough.
I don't know if it's hard to get a good angle on them to get a good picture.
Yeah, particularly with the black background.
Black sand, black background.
Stunning fish.
Kind of
That
hard.
they are.
Kind of hard to get a good picture of those.
Nice.
That's a beautiful tank.
Bunch of swords.
And one long fin rosy barb that got kind of
barb,
beat up.
yeah.
He got beat up by the other male.
A little discus down there.
And this is my one lone discus that survived the massacre of the Hoplo cat.
Oh no.
You see how his fins are all chewed up.
Yeah. How terrible.
Yeah, I went to the fishing camp for a weekend and I came back and all my discus was dead.
Oh my God.
And there was a Hoplo cat. I'd put this piece of wood in there.
Yeah.
And the Hoplo cat underneath there, he had made that his home and he was very protective of it.
Wow.
And that's all I can figure happened because, like
yeah,
I said,
they're very aggressive fish.
Well, I had no idea.
Yeah.
You know, he'd
well,
been in there.
Most people do. You don't think of catfish that way, but catfish are really pretty aggressive. They're highly predaceous. They'll try to eat anything. Wow.
Those are beautiful.
These guys right here, these two have been cleaning this piece of slate over here.
Oh.
Pretty good. So hopefully these will be kicking off for me before long.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Those are so beautiful.
Aren't they?
That's the Malaysian trumpet snail dumpster fire right there for you.
Right.
3G Tony is in here. I want to get him up real quick before we shut down.
Okay, sure, no problem. No problem. I'll back on it. I'll back on out of here then.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Y'all have a good one.
You too.
Tony.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Not bad. Awesome show, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have a quick question.
Sure.
I am running a little tank here with, a few tetras, just two of them, and I have a cichlid, which is, it's kind of right there.
Ram. Okay.
Rams, two of them.
Oh, aren't they pretty? Look at that blue. I've never seen
they're
gorgeous.
They're gorgeous, but the problem is he's chasing her around for some reason. I'm not sure. I just got her yesterday.
Come on. Don't worry about it. He's not going to hurt her.
Is it maybe mating behavior?
Yes. And they're probably a pair.
No, I just got her yesterday, and I'm trying to get them to spawn.
Yeah, I've never seen that blue before.
You never seen them that blue before?
No.
Yeah, I mean they're gorgeous.
We're up at that solid blue.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I don't understand why my camera is like reversed for some reason. It's a little uncomfortable, but there they are.
If you look at her carefully, she does not have any nipped fins.
No, none.
So she's not getting beat up at all.
But he's chasing her, though.
Well, that's probably because he wants to mate with her.
I see.
So it's a good thing.
All right. So no worries about that.
No worries.
This is my second tank. So I got a
saltwater. Look at this.
Reef.
Wow.
Saltwater? It is. Yeah.
Yeah, saltwater reef. I have some crabs. I have some corals.
Oh, look at
They're
it.
like
Nice.
Next to each other.
How many gallons is that saltwater tank?
This one is 15, and this one is 5.
Wow.
This one is gonna go here, and this one is gonna be 55 soon.
Okay.
So because I I feel like this sailfin tank, that fish here right there.
Yeah, right.
He's growing very fast.
Yeah.
So
And you're
I
off
need to.
loving the fall. That's
Yeah,
wonderful.
the girls are doing phenomenal. They're beautiful. They're so nice.
They really are. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Stonies, no less.
Yeah, stony coral here. I
Wow.
got some. Let me put the light on a little bit more so you guys maybe see better.
Oh.
So there's some polyps.
Wow.
Look at this.
Star polyps there.
This is wonderful.
Right?
Yeah, it's really luminescent.
Star polyp? What is that?
That's the star polyp here, and
yeah,
here I have this.
The Gorgonia.
It's I'm not sure what they call. I'm new to this. So, but it's growing. You know, the part is it's growing. So I'm doing good with the chemistry.
Wow.
And there's another one there. So
very impressive tank.
Mm-hmm.
So this was the starter that we started for my 3-year-old, and now we want to. She loves it. She loves the hobby. So I bought the second one, and this one is overgrowing. So I'm gonna put this into 55 or 50, and these are gonna go here. So
okay.
Very and then I have a Grammy over there, the dwarf Grammy.
Yes, I see him.
Mm-hmm. He's gorgeous. I mean, he's just.
He is. Those rams are very special. I would when you move all the other fish, I would leave the rams in there by themselves and give them a chance to breed.
You mean in the 5-gallon?
Yeah.
I see.
They're very happy in there.
I see.
And Tony,
the water chemistry is perfect on both.
Chatterbox has a question for you, Tony. He wants to know if the live rocks are expensive. He loves your setup.
Rocks, you know what it is? I haven't paid for them. I know they're expensive. I live in Florida, so I just went to the beach and the ones that are on the not the live, but the ones that are like on the sand. I picked up. I boiled them and I put them in my tank. And
now next time you do that, do not boil them. When you set up the new tank, take them live and put them in your tank live. You want all of that life in your tank.
Yeah, I was concerned about parasites and stuff.
Don't be concerned about it at all.
All right. I'll do that then.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Very impressive. Glad I brought you up, Tony. I appreciate
it. So I have.
What part of Florida are you in?
I'm in Fort Lauderdale.
Where?
We're in David Boulevard and 995.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Are you guys also from around here?
I'm from Sarasota.
Oh, Sarasota.
I'm closer to Jax.
So we're planning to move to Naples probably.
Oh, very nice.
In maybe a year or so.
Yeah. Well, when you set up your tank, do it 100% from the Gulf.
Okay.
Substrate, the rocks, everything.
Got it.
And don't boil it.
I didn't want to touch the nature, you know what I mean? I didn't want to. I just picked up the bare minimum. And they're doing great. I mean, they have some coralline algae start growing in them.
Good.
You know, they have some little worms and,
Good job.
Because it's been running for about 6 months, this tank.
Okay.
And it's doing wonderful. But
yes, it is.
That guy is growing fast. So I need to, he was this big. He was like this big. He was so tiny.
Silken tang, nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was so tiny. And then he's just overgrowing this really fast. I got a nice place next to me that sells a lot of freshwater stuff. and they have a nice all-in-one system like this one.
Yeah.
So this is, I did my own protein skimmer, by the way. This is my.
Ah, very good. Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Good for you. Yep.
Just 2 Fiji bottles together, put them together, some silicone.
Look at that.
You know,
Pretty
there's
clever.
a sock here. There's more flaws. There's what do you call the sterilizer in there? The UV light.
Yep.
And the return pump. A return pump. That's pretty much it. And look how
Very
gorgeous.
clever. Nice.
Those polyps.
Love it.
Look at the way they glow. It's
You're
amazing.
inspiring, man. Need to get more salt going.
And here I have this whole bush growing out of this little one. So.
Ah, right.
The Swiss cheese, I call it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why the water is staying so nice and clean.
Yes, that's
so
gorgeous.
Takes
well,
all the
thank you,
nutrients.
Tony. Thank you so much.
You guys are welcome.
Come on back. We're here every Sunday and every Wednesday.
All right, I'll try to keep up with you guys and give you updates.
Good. And if you post a comment, I'll be able to get you a wrench.
Awesome. So no worries about him chasing her.
What?
No, not to worry. Don't worry about him chasing her.
Don't worry about it. Right.
Okay, that's good.
Yep. It's a good sign.
He's my precious.
He is amazing.
That he is.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful. Thank you, Tony.
All right, guys. Take care.
Bye for now. All right.
Yep.
Let's get
Looks
her.
like we're down to it.
We're down to it. Right. Glory. Love you all.
Love y'all.
So good to be
I
here.
love my little fishes.
Huzzah,
as they
huzzah,
swim
huzzah.
about their home. I love my little fishes as they swim about
Great
their
time. Great time.
When the
That we have.
sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I have traveled the world over, but never found the peace that comes from watching my fishes as they swim about their home. My heart is happy and I am content to sit and watch them swim. I will not be alone while these fishes are in my home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home.
Love you all.
Love y'all.
Remind me to sign.
I will. Next time I'll remind you to sign.
Good night, all.
Good night.
See you Wednesday. Love
See you Wednesday.
Bye for now.